This is the Detroit Sports Podcast Network.
Do you play FanDuel and feel like you aren't creating consistent money-making lineups? Go over to the DFS Doctors on Twitter at the DFS Doctors and DM them with promo code Detroit Sports to get a free trial for their analytically formulated 70% lifetime profit rate NFL and NBA lineups. The whole purpose of playing daily fantasy sports is to get out there and compete and give yourself a chance to win. So go over to the DFS Doctors. Let them help you. They have analysts on staff that look at the best optimal lineup that you can put out there to win money. So why not take advantage? At the DFS Doctors, promo code Detroit Sports.
CBD is a game changer sweeping the nation. This hemp extract is the natural way to elevate your mood, eliminate aches and pains, reduce anxiety, and keep you sleeping all night long. It can even cut your workout recovery time in half. Get in the game today with 20% off all orders of CBD and lavender products from Lavender Lane, a lavender farm located right here in Milan, Michigan. Just go to lavenderlanemi.com today and enter coupon code Detroit for 20% off your entire order. Guys, look, these amazing products are infused with calming lavender to maximize their effectiveness, meaning your CBD items only take minutes to take effect, which is way quicker than those pills you were about to swallow. On top of it, they are perfect for men and women. Lavender Lane has lab-tested CBD creams, tinctures, and roll-ons that are perfect for any situation, even if you're on the go. Put your health back in your hands by heading over to lavenderlanemi.com and entering coupon code Detroit for 20% off your entire order of CBD and lavender products. What do you have to lose? Your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. So if you need lavender gifts for your loved ones or just looking for the natural way to ease your discomfort with CBD, go to lavenderlanemi.com and use coupon code Detroit to unlock these miraculous benefits of CBD and lavender. That's lavenderlanemi.com. And remember, use coupon code DETROIT for 20% off your CBD and lavender products from Michigan's own Lavender Lane.
Top 5 reasons why the talent gap is not Michigan's problem against Ohio State. Next on this week's episode of Michigan Podcast.
But there's going to be one team that's going to play solely as a team. No man is more important than the team. No coach is more important than the team. The team, the team, the team.
Looks deep for Anthony Clark. Waits for it. Hit. Caught.
This is no time for that. In the pocket and a sack. Tim Jamison. Brady gets terrific. Throws it and a touchdown. Knight again. Schultz just before Brazil got him. And a leaping interception by Woodson.
Harbaugh back to throw over the middle. Caught by Collier at the 5 on his feet. Touchdown, Michigan. On its way. It's good.
He's 5'7", 179 pounds, a junior at Michigan. But Jamie Morris packs a wallop, and he delivers for Bo Schembechler.
And here's your first play. Pressure coming. Sack. It is Glenn Steele, number 81, who fought his way through the traffic.
Option. And Robinson calls his own number, and he's going to score. Oh, an easy touchdown for Robinson and Michigan.
We're going to win the championship again because we're going to play as a team. And when we play as a team and the old season is over, you and I know it's going to be Michigan again. Michigan.
Steve Deace here. I just want to say a quick thank you to our new partner, Surfshark, who knows that our entire lives are spent online and you need to make sure that you're protected. Surfshark is a VPN service that makes online protection easy. Don't you hate it when you get an ad that pops up online and makes you think, hey, who's listening in to what I'm doing here? Well, Surfshark helps to get rid of those targeted ads. And Surfshark makes sure nobody is seeing your personal info without your permission and protects you from hackers who are after either your emails or your passwords. It's super easy to use too. Get Surfshark VPN at surfshark.deals/Michigan Podcast. That's surfshark.deals/Michigan Podcast. Enter promo code Michigan Podcast for 83% off and 1 extra month free. Promo code Michigan Podcast for 83% off and 1 extra month free. Try it out now and know that you are safe online. Surfshark VPN. Go Blue, welcome to this week's episode of Michigan Podcast. I'm Steve Deace, and in light of recent events, we have pared this down to an ongoing series called Top 5 Reasons Why. And this week, we are going to look at the top 5 reasons why a talent gap, the perceived talent gap between Michigan and Ohio State, is not Michigan's problem against the Buckeyes. Let's begin with reason number 1. The perceived talent gap that exists between Michigan and Ohio State right now is the same as it has been for decades. Even with the historic level of recruiting the Buckeyes are currently doing. Now, I know people are going to say that's nuts. No way that's true. Is it? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Because that brings us to reason number 2. When you look at this historically, during the famous 10-year war between Bo Schembechler and Woody Hayes from 1969 to 1978, Ohio State had 88 players drafted into the NFL during that time, including 15 NFL first-rounders. Michigan had just 74 players picked, including 8 first-rounders, so half of the elite talent Ohio State had. And yet Bo Schembechler went 5-4-1 against Woody during that time, and Ohio State didn't score an offensive touchdown in the final 3 meetings. Is that an outlier? Well, during the era, Michigan went 10-2-1 against John Cooper. From 1988 to 2000, each school had 61 players selected in the NFL draft. The draft was shorter than in the 70s, which is why the overall numbers declined. But the Buckeyes had 17 first-rounders compared to Michigan's 12, so Ohio State had more elite talent back then too. Is that another outlier? Well, 3 times is not a charm, but the trend here. Since Jim Harbaugh has been at Michigan, Ohio State has had 35 players chosen in the NFL draft, including 12 in the first round. There have been 21 Wolverines picked, but just 4 first-rounders. However, the Buckeyes had 5 of those first-round draft choices come in the 2016 draft alone, before Jim Harbaugh even had a full recruiting cycle in Ann Arbor. So history says right there that the talent gap right now between Michigan and Ohio State is the same as it always has been. But let's get to issue number 3 here. These are the average recruit rankings for every player signed by Michigan and Clemson, according to the 24/7 composite recruiting service, which takes all of the recruiting services into one compilation. And this is for the 2016 to 2019 classes, which made up last season's rosters. The average player rating of those Clemson signed, 91.4. The average player rating of those Michigan signed, 90.1. That is statistically is significant, but didn't Clemson beat Ohio State in the college football playoff last season? That brings us to point number 4. Here's the average recruit ranking according to the 24/7 composite of all the recruiting services for the 2016 to 19 classes, which made up last season's rosters, comparing LSU and Michigan. The average player LSU signed the last 4 years was rated a 90.8. The average player Michigan signed a 90.1. That is even more statistically insignificant. But didn't LSU, not Ohio State, just win the national championship and send the most players to the NFL Combine? I'm confused. Which brings us to our 5th and final reason. Yes, Ohio State is likely to have 2 of the top 5 picks in the NFL draft next month. People keep coming back at me whenever I've made this point with, well, look at what their players get picked compared to ours. Well, against Michigan, Chase Young and Jeffrey Okudah, who are expected to be those 2 top 5 picks here in a month, they combined against Michigan. Here was their combined stat line. Combined. 1 tackle, 2 quarterback hurries, 0 sacks, 0 tackles for loss, and 0 interceptions. And yet, despite that meager stat line by those elite players Michigan doesn't have, the Wolverines still lost the game by 29 points. 29 points. No, folks, the verdict is in, and it is definitive. Michigan is not losing to Ohio State every year in all new different ways because of some perceived talent gap. Well, let us know what you think about what we think. You can follow us on Twitter at Michigan Podcast. Don't forget to visit WolverineDigest.com to stay up to date on everything we're doing to cover Michigan. We just added another member to our staff, Eric Rutter. You can welcome him. He'll be doing recruiting and more for us at WolverineDigest.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe, whether it is iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, Stitcher, however you access us each week. Please give us a like, 5-star rating, a subscription. The more of those we get, it helps us to get the word out about what we're doing here at Michigan Podcast. And please share this with all the other Michigan fans that you know. We'll be back again next week. Until then, go Blue.